The Deadseat. Everyone's heard of it. If you haven't, well, you're hearing of it right now, so that means you've heard of it. It's a game that is heavily reliant on audio cues to signal which direction that the monster, that we're trying to fend off, attacks from. So I thought it'd be a great idea to just play the game without sound. What's the worst that can happen? Well, shit. If I'm being honest, I think playing just without sound is a bit too easy, so I have some extra rules to make my life a bit harder. Firstly, I can't use items. Items are found in the scavenging phase of each level. These include barricades, bear traps, and soda. The barricade stops the monster from stealing our door if we mess up at any point. The bear trap stops the monster from jump scaring us if we don't have any other protection. And the soda allows us to speed away from danger, giving us a short amount of time to take a breather. These help make the game easier to play, especially in the harder difficulties, but for this challenge, I can't use them. Secondly, I can't hit any obstacles. You see all these animals and rocks on the road that block our path? Yeah, I can't hit any of those. This doesn't include the actual monster being in the way though, since I consider it more to be an attack than just blocking our car. Also, hitting the monster doesn't make this big obstacle hit notification pop up, so I won't count it as an obstacle. If I ever hit an obstacle, well, pack it up, cause I gotta restart from level 1. The only exception to that being in hard mode, and I'll explain that more when it comes up, cause this one rule caused me so much suffering. And that's pretty much everything. Oh, and a quick side note, I do have the game sound on because it'd be really weird to show gameplay moments with zero sound. It would literally just either be me talking or just complete silence. Like, here's an example of what that would sound like. Look around twice, thrice, boom. Yeah, it's pretty bland. So in order to do this challenge while keeping the sound on for OBS to record, I just turned my headphone volume all the way down to 0% so that no sound would come out. With that out of the way, let's start up this challenge. Starting the game, we're stuck in the backseat of our car listening to our parents argue. Okay, so I just realized that I accidentally captured my mouse cursor alongside the actual gameplay. That's probably gonna be really annoying for you guys, so I'm really sorry about that. After a little bit, the game lets us open up our Game Kid handheld console, where we imagine a happy cave. It's important lore-wise, but not really for this challenge. We pull over in said Game Kid and are sent straight into the scavenging section. For future levels, we won't need to do anything here and can just leave, but for level 1, we want to grab the camera, cause it's the only way we can defend ourselves from the monster. Once we get back to the car, we decide to drive through the night. And this is where I can tell you the main mechanics of the game. As we drive through the night, our goal is to collect enough gasoline cans to fill up this meter. To finish each level, we need to collect 9 gasoline canisters in total. After collecting 2 cans, we are then introduced to the monster. I don't exactly know how this monster works, but my best guess is that it randomly picks a side to attack from after hitting an attack roll or something. I don't think the monster attacks on a timer, since there are segments where I'm just looking around everywhere and the monster just isn't showing up for an extended period of time, which may or may not have given me a bit of anxiety, but I could be wrong. In a normal playthrough, what you have to do is listen for a sound cue, then turn to the corresponding location and flash the monster using your camera. But when you're playing without sound, that becomes a bit harder to do. Since we can't rely on our hearing to be able to figure out where the monster is, instead we'll be breaking our necks and checking every location the monster can be in to see if it spawned. Since this is level 1, the game is still pretty easy without sound, there's no obstacles on the road, and the monster is still pretty tame. So by absolutely destroying my neck, I beat level 1 first try. May attack from the left, right, or the trunk. Man, I wish I could hear these very important sound cues. So, you wanna see the strat? You wanna see the strat? I'm gonna wait for something to pop up first. That is the strat. Right here. This is just a lot of camera movement. I was thinking about doing this damageless, but then I was like, I realized like, yeah, you know what? I want to keep my sanity. I'd preferably not want to go insane. But there we go. Level 1 done. Level 2 starts off with our parents arguing again. And then the monster shows up and says, "Good boys don't run away." Yo, can someone swap with me? I'm done with this game, man. After that, we open up our game kit again and get sent into our second scavenging phase, which we just leave immediately since we can't use the items found in this phase. Back to the driving phase, there are now obstacles on the road. Hitting obstacles damages our vehicle, which makes it easier for the monster to attack us. But as I stated in the rules, I can't hit obstacles at any point or else I'll have to restart from level 1. Luckily, the obstacles in level 2 are really easy to avoid. They show up one at a time and move across the road really slowly. There we go, obstacle hit. I should've... You've gotta be joking me. So yeah, level 2 is where I hit my first obstacle. This is where that rule comes into place since instead of dying and respawning, I quit the game and start again from level 1. Now look, this video would be boring as hell if I kept going back and talking about previous levels every single time I messed up. So what I'll do is I'll leave an attempt counter in the top left of your screen so that you know how many times I reset in total. Anyway, back to level 2. As far as strategy goes for this level, it's practically the same as level 1, just with additional car movement to dodge obstacles. So after paying attention to my game kit a little bit more, I beat level 2 easily. The monster is like the least of my concerns. He doesn't even attack that fast. I'll probably get him. All I gotta do is watch for the obstacles on the road. Look around twice, thrice, boom. Good. Literally taking damage can't even end my run. Whoa. This is actually okay. Okay, we're set up for the next one. We keep spinning until we see one. Okay, we got one more. Alright, we got it. There we go. Yeah, our parents are arguing again, we get it. We're nearly halfway to the happy cave, which means pretty much, nothing. I don't know why I brought that up. After ignoring another scavenge section, our parents disappear. Yeah, that's totally not concerning whatsoever. Level 3 introduces this front attack, where the monster attacks the front of our car. In order to avoid this attack, I use my middle finger to hit the W key, which makes our character grab the wheel and steer out of the way. I don't know how this child has this much control over the car at this speed, but I'm alive, so who am I to judge? Everything else in the level stays relatively the same. The only differences being that there are more obstacles and the monster is a bit more aggressive than usual. Okay, we're in line. Get that one. We still have... This is fine. Get that guy. I just don't want anything to like spawn in front of me while I set this up. Oh. See, I keep doing that every single time I see one of those. I always like instinctively move a little bit somewhere. Okay, he's in front of me. We're not in line of any... I saw him. There it is. There we go. Level 3. Let's go. Don't ask me how I did it, but I beat level 3 on the first try. But feel free to call me lucky because future me does have a run that ends on level 3. But anyway, on to level 4. Since I just said that I'd have a run that ends on level 3, I'll just come out and say it. Level 4 is hard. After ignoring the scavenging section, once again we just get sent straight into driving without any text popping up. But although nothing new is added to level 4, this level is still insanely difficult. First of all, we're moving faster, meaning that road obstacles and gasoline cans move faster along the road. Obstacle. Oh, what the hell? What the... Secondly, the monster attacks faster, which screws me up because the way I'm defending against the monster right now is on a cycle. When I look up from my game kit, I look left, right, backwards, and then reopen my game to dodge any obstacles or collect gas that are on the path. Can you see the problem here? This means I can take damage without even realizing I took damage because I can't hear the damage sound, because I'm playing without sound. Not to mention, I'm slow. Since I have to check every monster location, I'll spend precious time looking at places where the monster isn't there, just to finally turn to where the monster actually is and watch as it rips apart my window right as I flash it with my camera. But despite all that, with enough luck and smart maneuvering, I make it past level 4. Okay. That is some good monster RNG. I love this. I love the gamepad attacks. The gamepad attacks are wonderful. Jeez, go forwards. Oh my goodness. He's there again? Yeah, I said I loved the gamepad attacks, but like I don't love them that much. Jeez. He's here again? Nope, just gotta look at that guy. Oh, there he is again. I think he broke the window. He did. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That does mean that he's more likely to appear on that left side. Oh, we made it past level 4. Oh, that's good. Ooh, that feels good. We've made it to the last level of normal mode. Let's go. Our game tells us that the next turn is wrong, but if we're being honest here, I don't really care about the upcoming turn. I just care about beating the level. So after ignoring the scavenge section while noticing something a bit peculiar about the chicken, and being forced to listen to our parents talk about, "Oh, the boy must stay," we can get started with the driving phase. Once again, there's no new mechanics, it's just the same mechanics turned up to 11. We're speeding through the forest, there's more obstacles, and we have to survive longer per gas can. If you're wondering what that means, it just means that we have to survive 2 obstacles before we get a gas can. Oh, and take a listen to this. The sound cue is faster. What this means is that it takes less time for the monster to actually attack when it shows up. I actually had no idea that this was a thing since this was my first playthrough of the game, but it makes my life a whole lot harder, is what I'd say if I was bad at the game. Okay, I take it back, I suck. I make it back to level 5, but this time with broken windows, which surprisingly worked as a blessing in disguise because for some reason, it's way easier to play the game with broken windows. The camera doesn't move that much since the child doesn't want to get close to the shattered glass, and overall the experience is just nicer to play. But anyway, by making less mistakes and having better monster RNG, I beat the normal mode of the Deadseat. Hey, gotta go right. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, let's go.
In 100 feet, turn right.
I freaking did it. In 100 feet, turn right. After completing all that, we grab the steering wheel and crash our car. We somehow survive the crash and survive by, well, yeah. Then we walk through this valley and reach the Happy Cave, which ends normal mode. The credits roll, but we're not done yet, because we still have hard mode to beat. Since I know I'd actually go insane without respawning, I allow myself the luxury of respawns for hard mode. Hard mode starts with a book that I think I read pretty well. Listen, all children, and beware the luring voice of the wild. He sinks into the imagination of every runaway child. Is this supposed to rhyme? Surrounded by all great nature, he grows the family he desires. When a child eats of his supper, they'll become a voice in his choir. But after I'm done reading, we spawn back in the car. Hey, our parents are back. Let's go. Okay, not my parents. Got it. Once again, we ignore the scavenging section and get straight into driving. And finally, we get introduced to a new mechanic, which is completely useless to us. Basically, in normal mode, you could hit obstacles on the road and you wouldn't lose any gas for it. But on hard mode, you lose 1 point of gas for each obstacle you hit. Which is completely useless for us because we reset after hitting an obstacle.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Speaking of resetting, I reset on level 1 because oh my goodness, the monster is crazy. You know how I said level 5 on normal mode turns it up to 11? Well, hard mode turns it up to 12. First off, it's dark, so it's harder to see. It doesn't really mess with me too much, but it does get annoying. Secondly, the monster attacks more frequently. In normal mode, I had a grace period to get my bearings together at the start of each level. Hard mode says, nah, none of that, and the monster just starts attacking every 3 seconds. Third, the obstacles move down the road a bit faster. This makes it easier to hit them, which is really annoying. And fourth, I'm not too sure of this, but I'm pretty sure that the gasoline spawns less frequently. Luckily, this is still considered a level 1, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's horrible! I guess this is a good time to talk about dying. Dying is allowed. I allowed myself respawns, so dying is fine. If I die, I don't have to reset back to level 1. It's not treated the same as an obstacle hit. Though later on, obstacle hits might start being treated the same as dying. As for the attempt counter, it will also include deaths because deaths count as an attempt. But anyway, back to business.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There he is. Okay, right.
And there we go. That is how you do it, I guess. Level 2 starts with another book page that I won't force you to listen to. And we meet a new friend, Amy. She just talks about how we're family and all that. It's actually a pretty nice conversation, but we're not here to converse, we're here to beat the game. Once we're in the driving phase, we get introduced to yet another new mechanic. Red eyes. Basically, the monster now has a chance to spawn in with red eyes. If it has red eyes, we're not supposed to flash it with our camera. Doing so will cause it to attack. It's basically like having 2 different monsters to worry about. One of them we have to flash to scare away, and the other we have to ignore. Not only that, but the obstacles start doubling up to form walls that we have to avoid. So that adds more pain to my suffering. But despite that, level 2 is pretty much the same difficulty as level 1. So beating it was not too hard.
I can't tell. Wait, what's red eyes? What the heck is red eyes? I don't even know what they look like. I'm just trying to pay attention to their eyes, but like... That is red eyes. Got it. Those are really obvious. Thank you. Okay, red eyes. Those are really easy to see in the dark. Those are not red eyes. Low-key, that just made everything so much easier to finish.
Starting off level 3, Amy questions why we're looking around so much, and I think I had some pretty good commentary about it.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Like, what if the parents just turned around and was just like looking at this freaking child going left, right, down on the gamepad, flashing a bunch of lights everywhere. I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, back to the driving phase, and hoo-wee! Level 3 sucks. The monster is so much more aggressive this time around that it becomes really hard multitasking both dodging obstacles and checking for the monster. There are way more obstacles and less gasoline cans on the road, forcing us to survive the monster longer in order to get enough gas to fill up our tank. And overall, this level is just pain. But I still somehow beat it first try. Okay, call me lucky all you want, you have to admit that this one was skillful.
Don't know what's going on, but people are taking off my door. Red eyes. Red eyes. The only thing I'm calming out right now is red eyes. Nope, we're doing that. What the heck was that? What the heck was that?
But just because I beat it on the first try now doesn't mean that I won't fail it many, many times in the future. So before I talk about the pain that is level 4, allow me to first show you most of my upcoming fails in level 3.
Damn it, damn it. I couldn't tell. There it is. Okay. What the? Okay, there it is. It's freaking dead. Damn it, I pressed D, but I pressed spacebar at the same time. Oh my goodness.
Okay, can anyone actually see Amy in this scene, or am I just blind? Because I don't see anyone there. After Hansy shows up, we end up back in the car and can actually start level 4. Nothing new is added to level 4, the difficulty is just ramped up significantly. The monster attacks more frequently and faster, there's more obstacles on the road, and there's less gasoline. Basically a recipe for disaster. But with good monster RNG and easy to dodge obstacles, even level 4 can be beaten.
Did someone break my Damn it. Damn it. It sucks because when I'm in the middle of doing other stuff, they can like appear and I wouldn't know because it's not part of my cycle. Come on. Yeah! Let's freaking go. I'm not getting too excited because I still have one more level to do, but I will take it.
Alright everyone, we made it to level 5, let's go! If you thought level 4 was hard, well, just wait until you meet Hansy. I have no idea what his official name is, so I just call him Hansy, cause... hands. We start level 5 talking to our parents, to which our mom tells us that there's more to life and not to mourn their death for too long. We then see Amy. Yeah, I'm censoring that, jeez. Then Hansy shows up with our supper. As he comes closer, we struggle and black out, ending up back in our car with our parents. We have a nice wholesome scene where we exchange I love yous and take a nap. Oh wait, we're still in the boss fight. Level 5 smashes all of our doors and windows, meaning any mistakes result in an insta-kill. This time, however, we're not fighting the monster, we're fighting Hansy. And this guy is a complete pain to deal with. 1, he has that super fast sound cue, meaning I barely have time to react to him. 2, he appears like every other second. 3, there's so many obstacles and so little gasoline. Gasoline shows up like once every 3 to 5 obstacles you pass. 4, we're moving insanely fast down the road, so now the obstacles are speeding down the game, making it harder to dodge them. And the final problem? It was the fact that this is the last level. Hitting an obstacle now would mean I'd have to reset back at level 1, and would have to go through the painful level 4 again. But I couldn't go out like that. Not right now. So I buckled up and locked in.
Okay, no, wait. This is actually really good for me. Because his hands are so massive that I can see them on the thing here. So I can focus fully on this, and then when I know I'm safe, I just look behind me. Foolproof strategies. Check behind me. Check behind me. That was not behind me. Check behind me. This is the attempt. Dumbass, bro. I'm stupid. I'm just dumb. Okay.
I hit an obstacle. After all that work, I hit an obstacle at the last level and have to restart from level 1. And this wouldn't be the last time I hit an obstacle on level 5. In fact, the next time I make it to level 5, this happens.
I'm gonna cry.
I hit another one and had to restart yet again. At this point, my mental is shattered, because I'm not just making it to level 5 and then hitting an obstacle there. No. I'm hitting obstacles in other levels on my way to level 5, which is causing me to restart the whole run. Take this moment in level 3 as an example. Now this one was actually the last straw. Keep in mind that I'm still in school. By the time this video comes out, I'm probably writing my exams as you're watching this. Unless you're watching this a week after its release, then I just sound stupid. So what's on my mind right now is, I gotta beat this, so I can study. It really wasn't, but you know, gotta make myself sound studious somehow. So I leave it up to the viewer in my Twitch chat who watched the whole time as I descended into madness. And he gave me the permission to switch up the ruling a little bit to where if I hit an obstacle, I just have to die and restart the level instead of restarting the whole run. Yes, I will still screw up. Yes, I will still die. But knowing that I won't have to reset back to level 1 anymore allowed me to breathe a sigh of relief. After slugging through around 30 minutes of level 3 and level 4 again, I returned to level 5. And now that I don't have to reset my run back to level 1 anymore, I can keep chipping away at it little by little until I finally beat hard mode. And chip at level 5 I do because I chip at it so much that I eventually get this run.
No doors to block this. Ready or not, here I come. Says him for the 60,000th time. More hands left. One more set of hands. Oh, that was so lucky. I was so lucky that that was the red-eyed sucker. Friend clicked. You gonna let me click, game, or are you just gonna be mean? I feel like the game's just being mean at this point, like purposefully being oh so rude to your boy. Like I clicked there. They're trying to kill me. They want me gone. They want me gone, bro. I clicked. Oh, that was the last one. I literally clicked. They want me dead.
I was one gas can away from beating hard mode without sound. But I didn't look behind me fast enough and Hansi jump scared me right at the end. But I was only one gas can away. This shows me that what I'm doing is not impossible. So I focused up, and after many deaths, I get this run.
Just be faster. That's it. promise, Red Eyes. Impossible what? Impossible what? Excuse me? You said it was impossible, and I told you that. Oh, no it wasn't. Impossible that. Oh, yo, I should be happier that I beat it. I should be so ecstatic right now. But no, it is 10:12 p.m. I've been streaming for 6 hours. I'm tired, I can't react. I can only be like somewhat happy that I finally beat it.
And I beat it. After 5 hours of gameplay, I beat the Deadseat without sound, and with no items and not hitting obstacles, meaning that it is, in fact, possible. We awaken back in the cave, but this time with our game kit in our possession. Where did we get it from? I have no idea. Using it, we entrap Hansi within it, which allows us to walk forwards out of the Happy Cave. We bump into Amy, who has become one with nature and is now a deer, and continue to walk through the forest, eventually reaching a stone, where we smash our game kit into two, effectively getting rid of Hansi once and for all. And with Caleb finally free from the Happy Cave and off to live his life, the credits roll. And with that, that's the end of the video. What a first video to start off this channel, don't you think? I'd like to thank you all for watching this video all the way to the very end. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I just started this channel, so it'd mean a ton if you'd take the time to subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Also, leave a comment down below of any other challenges you'd like to see me do. I'm currently attempting to beat New Super Mario Bros. U in one sitting deathless, so if you'd like to see that, make sure to let me know. Speaking of challenges, I have 3 other challenge videos where I beat games in one sitting with absurd rules already ready. But they were meant for a different channel, so the name I go by in those videos is a bit different. But if you want to see those anyway, let me know in the comments. I'll also put up a poll for it, and if enough people agree, I'll post them all at once so that you have more content to watch other than just this video. But anyway, hi, I'm R.I.N. I make my playthroughs of games harder than they have to be. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.